Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Bulletin Board Heroes here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Tuesday, the 2nd of September. Starting off with 80 Mile, which I haven't looked at for ages, especially I think since it changed its name, which I can't actually remember what it was before. But here we've broken out of that falling trend channel there. The resistance line broken there at 0.29. Above that, we're looking for 0.37, hopefully by the end of this month. 50-day line rising quite nicely. And you can see we've had plenty of support in the mid-20s for this situation. But ideally, we stay on the right side of zero point 0.3 over the near term. Stock which has been well on its way and has sort of blown the lights out in the recent past has been Empire Metals. And here you can see that we broke our 60 pence target, which was that red line there. And we're now looking for the lilac line, which is heading for 75 pence. And we're hoping for that by the end of this month, especially while we remain on the right side of probably 55 pence, so just below today's support zone. On to a company which delivered a decent RNS today, and here we've got Ecora. See the shares have already been rising since April, since the low in April. The low was, the news rather, was the sale of the Dugby Gold royalty for up to $20 million, which is quite nice when your company has a market cap of 182 already. You can see that from the chart, we've been in a rising trend channel, as I said, since the spring. Top of the channel there, heading for 90 pence. We're looking for that by the end of next month, while we remain on the right side of 70 pence and the floor of the channel in that zone. We've got 2 or 3 RSI rebounds above neutral 50, which also helps the cause, as does the gap to the upside that we have today. If we could stay above or hold above the 77 pence level on an end of day close basis, then that would be good news in terms of a 90 pence target by the end of next month. On to ECR Minerals, where you can almost feel the company willing the shares higher. Gone into a little bull flag, hopefully a mid-move consolidation bull flag situation. Unfilled gap to the upside through the 200-day line was positive, uptrend line in the RSI window as well. So looking for 0.37, hopefully by the end of this month, and obviously hoping and praying that the company will not spoil it all with a big, juicy fundraise, but obviously that is its prerogative. Moving on to fusion antibodies, and here we're finding support at the old target there at 14 pence. Above that, we're looking for 21 pence by the end of this month, and second RSI 50 plus rebound, hopefully delivering positive momentum for the next 3 to 4 weeks there. Had a late request for this stock, which always sort of missed the cut, but you can see that Metir, it's a company which I think hardly anybody knows anything about, has had a vertical move in the recent past. We've broken through the old resistance, the initial January resistance there at 0.9 pence, and above that looking for up to 1.5 pence by the end of next month. And obviously you can do your own research in terms of what the company does and how well everything is going there. But you can see that the company is a leading global provider of mobile and point-of-use water and environmental testing technology, which is obviously in great demand at the moment. Upside certainly valid while we're above that point, the low 0.9s, I suppose, really there. And you can also see that we've had several, in fact, many RSI 50 rebounds since the beginning of June. So this looks like it actually might have some decent momentum behind it, even more than a penny and a half. On to Mila, where I think we're waiting for more good news, hopefully from the company. But mid-move consolidation bull flag situation there between 0.8 and a penny, looking for 1.4 pence probably by the end of this month, if we're lucky, while we remain above the 0.8 area. The 50 and 200-day lines both rising, which is helpful, and hopefully there is momentum there. We've got another requested stock, which is called Physiomics, where the requestee or the requester has said that the company's contracts are flowing in now. I've sort of looked it up and saw that the last contract was a follow-on contract, and was as much as apparently £38,000. So obviously that could really maybe that'll move the dial. The market cap is 1.4 million, so maybe that makes a difference there. But looking for 0.62 pence while we're above the 50-day moving average at 0.45. I'm probably looking for that by the end of the month if we are lucky. On to SolGold, which is obviously enjoying itself at the moment, given the new breakout in gold that we're having at the moment. The initial target here was 11.75 pence. The next target is that red resistance line projection from August 2023, which is heading for 18.5 pence. Let's call it 19 pence, and we're looking for that by the end of this month, especially while we're above the 14 pence zone, which was support on the way down and resistance on the way up. Moving along to a situation where it's a bit of a mystery, really. Where will Smarter Web find its support? So far, the low has been £1.10 today, and that was factored in as a potential support, given that that was the peak back in May in the good old days before the massive move to the upside. So at the moment, we've got a chance of finding support at £1.10, or we've already done that, but we do have a resistance line there at 125. So that is currently the level to snap in order to break the downtrend here. RSI is oversold, just under 30, but we still have the risk that if we get an end of day close back below £1.10, we could head down to the 200-day moving average at 83. So 83, 110, and 125, the levels there on that nail biter. On to Thor Explorations, which I think has risen about 14 or 13 pence since I interviewed the company the other week. The old target was 65 pence. Above 65 pence, we're looking for 80 pence, perhaps by the end of next month, about 82 pence by the end of next month, if we get, I suppose, more upside on the gold price, which we're obviously hoping will happen at the moment. Looking for 3,800 perhaps by the end of next month, but above 65, looking for 80 on Thor Explorations. Onto a stock which offered a decent RNS today, which is Tialis. Here we've gapped up, and the shares are up 52%. The news was that there was a significant contract expansion, and the expanded agreement of 50 million compares rather well to the company's market cap of 17 billion. So we actually would have thought the shares would be up even more than they are at the moment, but that's the market for you. The top of the channel there up to £1.20, which is what we're looking for by the end of this month or sometime during the course of September, while we're above recent broken resistance at 81 pence. Finishing off with Tertiary Minerals, where there has actually been a decent reaction to today's news. Top of the channel there at 0.06, which is what we're looking for at the top of the move here. Again, another company where one always fears that there would be a fundraise on any strength, as there has been historically before. But what would be a win here, I think, today would be an end of day close above the 200-day line, the black line there at 0.048. That would be pretty helpful. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.